NumPy module. Which is one of the additional help as a part of our Python. We'll discuss the NumPy module here. So this will be discussed by any of the, if you go for a data science, it's almost data science related kind of module. This is there. There the people will talk. In any data science, you will understand, you will join. There they will discuss only simply 1 hour only they will complete it. So you will be getting this NumPy only within 1 hour that will be completed. And what I observed in this 6 to 8 years where people are learning data science. And when you go to Pandas, they are discussing just half an hour. So students are becoming 1 hour NumPy and Pandas half an hour. Finally, student is becoming Panda. So that is the situation, how things are facing it. But as a part of my class, NumPy I will discuss 3 to 4 days. Okay. And this Pandas will be discussing same 3 days I will discuss. So that is more than enough where you can understand Pandas and then NumPy, where you can do good things in the programming of what? Data science. So if they teach properly, if they don't teach properly, we can't do anything else. That is a different story. Now I'm going to start with indexing. What exactly this NumPy module is. So first point, what is the purpose of NumPy? Come in, students. What is the purpose of NumPy? That is the first thing I'm going to talk. And the second I'm talking about what is ND array? What is ND array? Right? Vamshi, Deepak. That's what I'm saying, my dear student. Suppose if you go to data science, I don't mind to explain data science related algorithms, data science related models. I don't mind to explain. In that, ML models I can explain, DL models I can explain, Tableau I can explain AI. These are all called what? The another topics of what? Subtopics of data science. In algorithms of this, suppose a decision, suppose you take k-mean algorithm, you take it, for example. I don't mind to explain k-mean algorithm, where we can use it in Amazon, where we can use it in Flipkart. I can explain these algorithms. I can write the coding in Python. But our course is what? Only Python course. Our course is not data science. So I think Vamshi, Deepak, are you following me? So I'm not going to enter into the algorithms of data science. I'll explain NumPy libraries, NumPy, how it is useful, I will explain. If I go to that, there is a data science related ML, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. There are a lot of discussions are there. I'm not entering into data science at all. I'm talking about NumPy. It's an additional help. It's not a part of my Python course because I promised it in the beginning only. I'm talking about some NumPy and Pandas for you in detail, which you are going to useful in data science. That is what I'm talking. But I'm not going to start data science related algorithms in the class. That's what you have to get it. So, and don't feel sir did not discuss. Right? Yes. Right. Yes, Ma Prashant, you are okay. So if I start discussing about that entire part, it will be difficult for you. You may see, sir, you said topic name, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. There's only big topics in ML, machine learning. There I don't mind to explain a lot of algorithms with a mathematical representation. mathematical case studies, implementation using Python. So many things are there. But don't feel that sir did not explain data science related things. But our course is what? Python. I will stick to Python only, but I promise to you in earlier only, I will explain NumPy also, Pandas also I'll explain. Whatever I am explaining, even in Python classes, this NumPy, nobody will explain that much in your further. Every topic you observe it, I will be taking like that. And now let me start with what exactly this ND NumPy programming. And now I am going to talk about setup of NumPy module, and I'm going to talk about a little bit about history of NumPy module, what is ND array, and after that similarities and differences between list and what ND array. Of course, here I will write it. What is ND array? Similarities and differences between list and ND array. Now, that ND array stands for what? N-dimensional array. N-dimensional array. I'm going to talk. And next I'm going to talk about under n-dimensional array, you will come across 1D array, right? And next is called 2D arrays and ND arrays. Okay. And similarities between list and ND array. And next I'm talking about number of approaches to create an object of ND array. And first of all, it is a totally new topic for you, but I'll introduce and I'll make it more convenient for you. Nothing is difficult. And next, basic indexing and slicing on ND array. Next, I'm going to talk about advanced indexing and slicing on ND array. Advanced indexing and slicing on ND array. And selecting random elements from ND array. Next, selecting elements from ND array with the conditional basis. With the conditions I am discussing. Next, I am discussing about arithmetic operations on ND array. Next, I am talking about statistical operations on ND array. Next, I am going to talk about statistical operations on ND array. Next, appending the data to ND array. And the next is called what? Inserting the data into ND array, and deleting the data from ND array. Okay, this is the index I'm going to talk. So Tommy, I already told my dear student, last day is between 17th to 20th April, this batch will be over. Right? So I already told that student. Now this is the topic what I'm going to discuss. Fine. So let us start. What is this ND array is? What is the use of this kind of things? Okay. Now I will explain everything programmatically, and I'll use some documentation which is already typed it, because our time also will be saved, so that I can concentrate more on programming. Examples I can concentrate. Anyhow, whatever I am explaining, the same thing will present into where documentation also. Okay, na? Right. Now, coming to the point of it, here I am going to discuss ND array, or first few minutes I'll speak about Python programming. Little bit I will speak why ND array came into the picture, why NumPy module came into the picture. I will talk. What is NumPy? What is ND array? I'll explain in detail for you. Python programming does not contain the concept of what arrays. Does not contain the concept of arrays. So C language you take it, arrays are there. C++ you take it, arrays are there. Next Java you take it, arrays are there. C#.NET you take, arrays are available. In almost all the programming languages, arrays are available. So what is first an array? You tell me. What is first an array? Come on, fast. Don't sit like statue, students. Online students and everybody try to answer it. Collection of similar, correct, similar data types. That is a blunder. Collection of similar data types is a blunder. Why? Because this is not only your students, because it is not your mistakes. It is the mistake of the trainer who trained you. Collection of similar data types. This is the one of the most worst definition. Collection of similar data types. This kind of example. C language you take it. Int A of like this you are writing. Collection of similar data type. Int data type, float data type, int data type, int data type, int data type. Is it an array now? You also think about English students. If we say collection of similar data type, no more questions will come. Is it an array? It's a blunder. It's a blunder. So how you do it in C language? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 10 like this. You have done it. This is the way which you have done it. What this meaning is collection of similar values. At least they must say this. At least. Collection of similar type of values. Similar type of values. That is called correct answer. Similar data types, if you say, first impression coming in interview mind, they don't know English and they don't know subject also. Two things will come into picture. So this type of values are coming into picture. These are all called what? Homogeneous values. This is present into where? C++, everywhere else available. The English meaning of array itself is called what? Organizing homogeneous elements. Homogeneous means what? Similar. Similar elements are called what? Homogeneous. Collection of students is an array. Collection of mobiles is called an array. Collection of teachers is an array. Collection of voters is called an array. Any homogeneous organization in a single variable is called what? Array. Now, in Python programming, there is no such kind of concept is available directly. There is no such kind of concept directly not available. So there is no such concept is available. Then how do you deal? Then I'm going to say, how do you deal with arrays in Python? How do you deal with arrays in Python? Are you getting my point? How do you deal with arrays in Python? You may go for a question. Sir, you take a list. You know list now? You know list? Only good morning saying and sitting like a bulldozer concept like that is very difficult. List. You know list? What is the list purpose? Organizing homogeneous elements, different elements, all the type of elements in a single object with unique and duplicate. So with the list data type, we can store which values? similar type of values, different type of values, all types of values in single object with unique and duplicate. That is, we are compromising with a list data type, to store similar type of values. For what maintenance? Array maintenance. Are you following? Then when I take list into consideration, when I take list as an object, for what purpose? For storing which values? Similar type of values. For what concept? That is arrays. Then what is happening? When I take what is this? List as an object for storing what? Similar type of values. That is called arrays concept. There are some type of drawbacks will come. There are some type of limitations are available. What are those limitations? I am showing one by one. Such limitations can be easily overcome in other part of concept. What is coming? Some limitations are available. What are those limitations? I will explain to you one by one. 5 limitations are available. Those limitations, what are the limitations? I will tell you this. Now coming to the point of it. These limitations are present into where? List. I'll explain those limitations one by one with the coding examples. To avoid this kind of example, what came into the picture? Travis Oliphant came into picture. He is a scientist student. He is called what? Author of what? NumPy module. And you can understand Python does not contain any library for dealing with what? Arrays. There are no modules present in Python programming to deal with what? Arrays. So by studying this entire thing, Travis Oliphant is from NumPy organization. He designed a module for the Python programmers called what? NumPy, for organizing what? Data in the form of which type? Arrays. For organizing the data in the form of what? Arrays. And complex mathematical calculations can be performed easily by NumPy module here. That's why NumPy is becoming more popular for what? Mathematical operations as well as array organizations. This becomes more popular. In list, how many functions are available? You open our notes. I told you what? 11 to 12 functions I told you. 12 functions I told you. And here if we go to it, you will see in my class, so many number of functions are available in NumPy. Data science related algorithmic functions are available. Pandas related algorithmic functions are available. So many number of functions are available in NumPy. Are you following me? Such a type of NumPy module designed by what? Travis Oliphant. Is it a third-party module or first-party module now? You already seen, you already having a knowledge. CX_Oracle is a third-party or Oracle, is it a Python module? Third-party module. So MySQL dot connector is also called what? Third-party. How you installed it? Pip install module name. Similarly today, if I want to make this NumPy module to install in my system, what should I do? Pip install NumPy. So I need to go for install. So since it is a third-party module, I must install by using which tool? Pip tool I need to use it. How do you do, students? Pip install. What is this module name? NumPy. Online students, please listen carefully, students. Pip install NumPy. So these days, what is happening is, if we see, people will be directly having 6 years gap and 7 years gap, and then after people these days layoffs will be taken place, and these people are coming to know the importance of data science, and they are directly going and joining with the data science. Their Python coding is coming, and they are coming to reverse to the Python coding. They will stop data science and they will first learn what? Python coding. After learning Python coding, they are continuing with the data science algorithms. Directly learning data science is very difficult. And first of all, these days, data science teaching algorithms is very rarely people are teaching, because they need to have, faculty should have a lot of mathematical skills, then only student will get it. And these days, what is happening? The faculty is rubbing on the mind of the student. Student must have the mathematical knowledge, they are saying. Is your LKG teacher, even they are teaching digits, do you know mathematics? Not necessary. So teaching is ability is not like saying to the student that you need to know mathematics. No. So faculty need to have the complete mathematics knowledge. Their mathematics you are not teaching. Mathematics based applications you are teaching. So there you are not teaching 2 plus 3. You have to say Amazon people are selling 2 products. Flipkart people are selling 3 products. What will be the total number of products? How many? You will say 5. And I don't want to teach addition there. I have to go for what? Application based things I need to go for it. So every subject is having its own style to teach. So that should be there. Faculty has to take care about it. Anyhow, students, let us start with pip install NumPy. So this module will be installed. So because of NumPy, what I'm going to do? Tell me, what is the use of NumPy? NumPy meant for, developed for which purpose? This module is developed for what? Array-based computing, and what next? Array-based computing, number 1, and complex mathematical operations, you'll get it. Complex mathematical operations, you'll get it. Suppose take an example of a list is there. A list is containing like this. Did you understand this now? 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40. What is this 10, 20? This is called one matrix or not? One more matrix I will tell you, students. 1, 2. And next is called what? 3, 4. You see? 3, 4 you see? This is called L1. This is called L2. Is it an inner list or not? Looking like what? I'll go for it. Just go for Python command prompt once and I'll try to show you. Slowly I am coming to the subject. Go to this place and here. L1 is equal to, I am taking 10, 20, 10, 20, comma what next? 30, 40. What is this concept called inner list or not? How do you print it, ma? For value in L1, for value in L1, you say print of what? Well, it is looking like a matrix or not? Looking like inner list concept is like a matrix only, looking like an array only, homogeneous elements. L2 is equal to 1, 2. 1, 2 I am going to say. This is called 1, 3, 4. Print of value again. Print of value again. See that this is also called one more kind of thing. Of course, I'll say students 1 minute more. One more time I will say. This is L1 students. L1 students. This I will say. This is done. And L2 I will take it students. L2. I will say 1, 2 here. 1, 2 here. 3, 4 I am saying. And here I am writing for value in L2. And print of this value students. And see this. How many lists are there? 2 lists are there. One is called L1 and one more is called what? L2. What should I do now? I want to add this both the matrices. I want to add both the matrices. You know matrix addition now? So what is 10 and 1? What is 22, 20, 33 and then 40 plus 4 is 44. Are you following me? This is becoming 20, 11, 22 and next to 33 and next is called what? 44. This is called my addition. I want to do it. Is it possible to do addition with a list? There was no such a function is available. L3 is equal to L1 plus L2 you say. It is merged both of them. Extend function is taking place. Print L3. Print L3 for value in where? L3. Print value in L3. Print of value say it is going to give you what? Merging of both of them has done. Both the values are merged here. So what is this indicates now? What is this indicates? Both the values are merged here. But I did not get what? Addition. So such a small operation only not able to possible with what? List data. Then how can I do this now? That's why To write the code for addition, I need to write at least 10 lines of code for what? Doing this addition with a normal Python coding. With a NumPy module, I can do just like what? L3 is equal to L1 plus L2. Assume that L1 and L2 are related to what? NumPy related variables. I'll just do with the plus operator, or there is one function is available called what? Add function is available. Are you able to follow? I'll show you very shortly this concept is. So I'm going to say list we are using for organizing similar type of values. There are some limitations are available. To overcome such limitations in dealing with an array, Travis Oliphant is a third-party person, third-party scientist, developed a module called a NumPy module, which is called what? Array-based computing, and which is meant for what? Complex mathematical operations I can perform. To perform such complex mathematical operations, we must install explicitly what module? NumPy module I need to install. Shall I show you the installation? And before that, before this person, there is one scientist called what? Hung-Guian Jim, whose name is called what? Jim. Hung-Guian, of course, these are all called, nothing is required for you. Hung-Guian is another scientist. He developed one module before that, numeric library. He developed one module. This was having only few computational operations only able to do few operations. So later on, who came into the picture? Later, Travis came into the picture. Later, Travis, who is another scientist, came into the picture and studied what he studied. He studied which library? Numeric library, which is an input to the Travis. Who developed that? Hung-Guian developed and studied this concept. I'll go for right, students. Nothing. Tommy, nothing is happening. My cell phone ring sound came first time in the class. That's why I kept into silence. Okay. So comes to the difficult. Who is that? Surya Vamshi, Surya Varma. So these names are called what? Some scientist names I am giving. Nothing to remember. Nobody will ask you who is the developer of numeric library. Nothing will be worrying about it. Even if you remember this point only, Travis you remember, because I am using in your beginning of the classes also Travis, Oliphant, Travis, Rosam, Kinney, something like that I am using. They are called what? Scientist names. You have to remember it. So like your friend names, how you are remembering it? Like that you remember scientist names. Because friends will not do anything for you, but the scientist will help you a lot in the subject part of it. So coming to the point of it, now I'm going to install this type of thing. So here I'm going to say install it. How do you do that? What is the first problem with the list? List can organize elements like list only, but I'm not able to do the operations very easily. To do the addition of the matrices, I need to write at least 15 lines of code. I need to write 15 lines of code. I need to write. Writing 15 lines of code is very complex. Writing 15 lines of code is very complex. To avoid this kind of problems, we'll go for what? Come on. We will go for another module. To do very easily, I will go for which module? NumPy module, I will go for it. So how we do that? I am going to install the NumPy module here. Shall I? So install pip install. What is the module name? NumPy. So if it is already installed in my system, it will give you this requirement already satisfied. On C students, this requirement already satisfied. Of course, I should not install in the Python command prompt. I should go to where? Windows command prompt. So by looking at it, I am going for directly. So I need to go for Windows command prompt, not to Python command prompt. Pip install. What is this now? NumPy. If it is already installed, you will get this requirement already satisfied. Otherwise, it will be installed. So this requirement already satisfied, you said, because every month, one time, this requirement of NumPy installation will be coming. How do you uninstall, students? Pip, uninstall. What is this, ma? NumPy. You say uninstall, right? Yes. I'll say yes. Successfully uninstalled NumPy here. Now you install, students. How do you install, ma? Install NumPy. You say that this is going to be installing collected packages. During installation, you need to have what? Internet connection is required, because you know this is getting installed from Git and GitHub. I told already in the previously. Same thing, students. SciPy, Scikit, Matplotlib, lot of data science packages, data science modules are not belongs to what? Python modules. They are coming from where? Third party, from Git and GitHub. Now you go to PyCharm. You go to PyCharm. Go to PyCharm. In PyCharm, how you searched for CX_Oracle? Same thing you need to search for what also? NumPy also you need to search for it. Let me go for this quickly here. So let us close this project. Let us close this project. Now I'm going for what? New project. 7 a.m. NumPy I'm taking. 7 a.m. NumPy I'm taking. So there I'm going to take up. There I'm going to take up. Inside of it, I'll be taking. See, students, here I will take. Now, coming to this area, new, I'm saying Python file. Now I'm going to say, first time I'm saying NumPy example1.py. Just for a minute. Import, what is the module name? NumPy as NP. It is an error. See that red underline is coming. How you install? See, it is easy for you now. CX_Oracle already we did or not? Like that. NumPy as NP. It is an error or not? Now, how do you do that? Go to, come on students, all the students in online, file and say what? Settings. Settings here. There I will go for what? Come on, ma. Project. What is my project name? 7 a.m. NumPy. Python interpreter and say what? It is going to be pip. I need to say pip, and it is looking for opening this window from Internet Exploring all the things from GitHub. You search for what? NumPy. NumPy is ready. NumPy is ready. Once you look at this NumPy, who is that? Travis E. Oliphant something. Version is called what? What is the use of that? Fundamental package for array computing in Python. Once we say one sentence, it should be pakka sentences. What is the C language? Arrays. Array is a collection of similar data types. These are all called wrong things, blunder that are called. Similar values you need to say. Okay, you install it. Come on, after selection of that, you go for what? Install. Install. Once it is done, it is getting installed. Within few seconds, if your internet connection is too fast, it will give you the value directly here. So it will be giving to you that word, and it is installed successfully. You observe it, students, installed successfully. Then after that, you come out of that. See the home page, www.numpy.org, www.python.org, like that, numpy.org. It is out of the Python concept we are talking. So NumPy is available or not? Close this window. Coming to this place. Now there I will write it, ma. Come on, np dot, answer my question, underscore version, underscore of. What is that underscore version? Can anybody can answer it? You cannot answer it, I know. What is this np? Alias name. Alias name dot something I wrote on underscore version underscore. Yes. So he's called Aswin Patil, is very good student. You will answer everything. So Kalyan D, my dear student, wrong answer. So constructor, how it is, Kalyan? So it is called what? Alias name dot function name, alias name dot variable name, alias name dot class name. Kalyan, K is equal to Kalyanov. This is called constructor. Kalyanov, which is going to the def underscore init. It is looking. Here today I'm talking about underscore version underscore. It is a variable of what? NumPy module. Try to run it. You will be getting right 1.24.2. Are you getting? Students. So try to speak. Don't sit quiet and come. So coming to the point back, now it is going to be how to install NumPy module. Did you understand? Very good. Now you can do generally in data science level, when we are learning data science, they will teach this data science on one of the IDE called what? One of the IDE called what? Anaconda Jupyter. Anaconda Jupyter. So I'm going to write it. Anaconda Jupyter notebook free download. Anaconda Jupyter free download. Anaconda Jupyter free download. Anaconda distribution is available. You open it. See that, students, it is available there, ma. Anaconda distribution, directly there is an option, download option. Are you getting? Download option is there. You download it. It takes some time to download, and to install it will take between 20 to 25 minutes it will take to install it, because it's one of the very good IDE for what? Data science related application development. So you try to do, students, install it. What is the website, ma? Anaconda Jupyter notebook freely downloadable, you say. That will be done. You can download this for a free of cost. So automatically this will be downloaded, students. See, students, after completion of this entire thing, it will be installed and you can install it. In my system, there is a Jupyter notebook. Anaconda Jupyter notebook is already installed. So that I am going to open it. It is called a console of it. It is just console of it. This will start. And it will, this is a browser-based IDE. Browser-based IDE. There it is opened like that. You see that it is looking like a browser. And there it is a new is there. In that new Python 3, you need to press. It's a kernel. There you are going to say all such kind of things. It is ready to type your statements there. You can write your coding also. You can give your own file name also. What is this now? KVR NumPy. I am giving it. KVR NumPy. I am going to give it. So say here, going to say. So I'm going to say NumPy example. I'm going to say it is going to be something like this. Are you able to understand? Now you can start doing here. How to install here also? Pip install NumPy. But in Jupyter notebook, you need not to install NumPy because it is already containing so many number of modules inbuilt. So you see, you try to install it, students. Pip install. What is this now? NumPy, you say. It will be giving to you this requirement already satisfied. By default, Jupyter will provide a lot of inbuilt modules. This requirement already satisfied. How do you see that? Pip show or pip list, I will say. Pip list. Pip, or I can say pip show. I can say show list. Pip show. What is this now? NumPy. You see, students, it will be showing the NumPy related summary. What is the module name? NumPy. In CX underscore Oracle also is the same thing. Then what is the version? 1.2 to 1.5. And it is containing what? Summary. NumPy is the fundamental package for array computing with what? Python language. Whose homepage is www.numpy.org. What is the author name? Travis C. Oliphant. And this is going to be the summary of what? Pip related NumPy. And I will show you pip list, I can say. Pip list. It will show you the number of available things, which is already you are aware of the students. Like this, you see so many number of modules are inbuilt. So to install these modules explicitly in your PC, it takes some time. You go for N, alphabetical order is available. N you see, MN. So it is a NumPy is available here. NumPy is available here. NumPy is called 1.25. You say take CX underscore Oracle, our CX underscore Oracle. One day we discussed or not. CX underscore Oracle, you see by default it is available. You take mysql.connector.python also by default installed in these places. So I mean to say, I will also show you in the class. Regarding this concept of NumPy and Pandas. I will explain in data science related thing in Jupyter Notebook only. I will explain. Okay, students, you can do in the Python command prompt also. Now go to the Python command prompt. I will go to what next? You can go to what here? Import. Come on, what is this now? NumPy as what? NP done. I can also print there np dot underscore version underscore of. What is this now? 1.24.2. Are you getting my point? So like this, I can do all my statements here itself. Now take our example. Go to our place back. So now I'm going to enter into. So I installed it. I made my system ready for what? Doing NumPy advantages. I'm going to enter. Shall we start off? Now enter into this place. Jupyter Notebook is also ready. Wherever you feel comfortable, there you can start working with. Whether you can work with PyCharm, no issue at all. Whether you work with Jupyter Notebook, no issue at all. Whether you work with Python command prompt, no issue at all. Wherever you like it, you can go for it. Now go to students. Jupyter Notebook, most of the times I will use as far as this NumPy is concerned. Come on, L1 is equal to first point I am going to explain. You see, L1 is equal to 1020. Small example onwards, I will start. Why I should go for NumPy? By leaving this list in data science. Take care. 10, 20, 30 is my data. Are you following? So the first advantage of NumPy programming, or first word I want to say, as far as this is concerned, we installed it. When you go for this Python programming, how data is organized? Quickly. How data is organized, everybody? In the form of objects. Very good. In the form of objects. After 1 minute gap, you said slowly. Boys, you are not saying. So completely cool, huh? Completely cool. Minus 23 degrees centigrade, right? Totally under cool. When you are cool, very dangerous problems. So you should maintain the temperature 98.3. If you go to negative degrees, it's very much problem for you. Python data is organized always in the form of what? Objects. Tell me, how many objects are there to organize the data? 14 objects are available for organizing the data. 14 data types are there whose variables are called what? Objects. Correct? Out of that, one is called what? List, set, etc. Lot of things are there. But when you come to Python based programming, there is no object is available properly to organize what elements? Array elements. But when you come to NumPy module, there is a data organization. Data organization is a very important word. First time you are listening. Data organization also be done in the form of what? Objects. Here also done in the form of object, but there are no 14 objects. Only one object is there. That object is of type ND array class. Behind of every 14 objects, there are classes are there or not? List, set, etc. In NumPy programming, data organization done in the form of an object. Only one object. That object is of type what? ND array. What is ND array? Is one of the predefined class, which is present in which module? NumPy module. What is the use of ND array class? The name itself says ND stands for one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. Mind-blowing explanation I will give you. First introduction itself will take 1 hour for me. That 1 hour introduction they will say in classes, total NumPy is over. That's why we will not become, even our value is pi also. Not rupees you keep it. So coming to the point of it, what is ND array? First of all, you try to understand what is ND array. Is a class whose object used in which module? NumPy, to store one-dimensional array data, two-dimensional array data, n-dimensional array data. N-dimensional means 3D, 4D, etc. I'm going to talk 3D, 4D, etc. also. What is ND array once again? It is one of the predefined class whose object is used for storing 1D, 2D and ND array data. Is it clear or not clear? So what is that? In Python, data organization in the form of what? Objects. How many objects are there? 14 objects are there. List, set, all 14 data types. In NumPy programming, data organized in the form of what also? Object. Every object will have what? Class. What is the class of that object? ND array. Come on, what do you know about ND array? ND array is one of the predefined class. Present in which module? What is the purpose of it? To store one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data, n-dimensional data. That's why I'm going for NumPy. Gunshot question. When you upload your resume in LinkedIn, Naukri and Monster, if you keep it in, 75% of the times you will get calls. And 25% of the companies will look for data science combination also. In that 75% calls, when they are coming, they will definitely put a question along with the Python programming. NumPy also they will ask you. First question will come. What are the advantages of ND array? So of course, first, what is an advantage of NumPy? You can understand NumPy when you understand ND array. What is ND array? First of all, class. Chapand, all of you say what is ND array? Is a predefined class whose object used to organize the data in which module? That's all. Total NumPy module organizes the data only in one object of which type? ND array. Now I'm coming to back. In Python, data organized in the form of 14 objects. In NumPy module organizes the data only in one object, which is of which type? ND array. How to create ND array and all those things, I'll come to that. So go to the place. Now I'm going to talk about, here I'm going to take it. What I'm going to take it? Now I'm going to talk about the memory management onwards I'm discussing in the class. L1. What is the type of L1, students? L1 comma type of what? L1. See that data coming or not? Now I want to show you first example I am saying limitations of ND array list I am talking. Now the first thing is memory management I want to speak. Organizing data in list is better or organizing data in ND array object is better? And why I am going for ND array? For array based computing plus complex mathematical operations I want to do it. I straightforward look into what? NumPy. Not for Python related modules. You see how to measure the space of this L1. You see import. First time I am saying, of course it's the second time I am saying, in the destructors I told already to you how to measure the memory space. Remember or not remembering? Me gurtuledu naku telusadi. By looking at you I can understand. So especially boys, when I look at I understand them. 7 AM. Oops. Under that destructor, I am remembering even file name also. Destructor example 2.py. నాకు file name కూడా గుర్తుంది. మీకు టాపిక్ నేమే గుర్తులేదు అసలు. See that sys dot get memory size of, get size of, get size of, get size of. Under destructor, sys dot get size of self. I opened directly file name itself. But you did not remember topic name. So the faculty who is not explaining, not remembering. The faculty who is explaining completely also not remembering. So you are looking at both the faculties with the same eyes only. Right. Anyhow, by my responsibility, I will fulfill from my side for getting more satisfaction. Import sys. Come on, what is this now? Sys dot. What is this now? Get size of what ma? L1. L1. See the memory space. What is the memory space? 120. same data of list. That is a traditional Python objects. I'm using the word called traditional Python objects. What are the traditional Python objects? All 14 data types are called traditional Python data types and whose object stores the data. Today, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it here. NumPy module, I will go for it. How do you go for it? Come on, tell me now. Import NumPy as what? NP. Now I'm going to take up. Now I'm going to take up here as what? Import NumPy as NP. Today I'm writing A is equal to NP dot. Don't worry about what I'm typing, students. NP dot array. You can understand today itself, nothing is easy, difficult for you. What is NP? Alias name. Dot what I am writing, you see that array of, what is that? Function name. My sir already said module name dot function name, alias name dot function name. That is more than enough to become a data scientist of L1. What is this L1, students? Converting traditional Python objects into the object of NumPy. Objects of NumPy are called objects of ND array. Do that now. Do that now. Array is a function here. I am using to convert my traditional Python object L1 into which type? Object in NumPy. Object in NumPy is nothing but what? ND array class object. Print A comma type of A. Observe it. Here you see 10, 20, 30. NumPy dot what? ND array. What is ND array? Class. Present in which module? See, class. Present in which module? So they will ask tomorrow, what is ND array? Compulsory question, student. What is ND array? Why already I said 3-4 times. Again, I am saying, what is ND array? Predefined class in NumPy module. Used to organize the data either in the form of one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, n-dimensional array. That's why they named it as ND array class. Understand? Now you print it. Now you go for measure the space. You print just a, student. You see array of, it is saying array of 10, 20, 30. Now you measure the space. Now you measure the space. Now you will go to, most of the people will tell in the classes, ND array object will take less memory space compared to what? List. You see, whether it is a correct or not, I want to tell you, because blindly learning only theory is of no use. See that ND array object generally will take what? Less memory space, they will say. But what is happening, you see, with practical I am showing. See that what is an answer? 116. What is the memory space of previous one? 120. What is the memory space here? 116. What did you understand? Less memory space or more memory space? So who will take less memory space? ND array will take less memory space. Take one more example. ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూపిస్తున్నాను నేను. ఐఎమ్ షోయింగ్ వన్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. 1020 print of L1 comma sys dot what is this now? Get a size of what? L1. What is the memory space? Right. Now I am taking a is equal to np dot array of L1 print of what? A comma what is this memory space now, students? Yes, sys dot get size of I'm taking like this. What is this now? A I am saying. What is the memory space now? 112. Observe it. Don't tell directly. ND array object always takes what memory space? Less memory space. Are you understanding? If an interviewer is saying ND array object is taking less memory space, person like me, okay, sit in front of me, they will show this example. What do you say? What did you say? I already shown you 120 earlier and 116 earlier. You impressed it. And what about these small values I am taking? 72 here, 112 is here. Are you following? Last and final. Online students, take care, ma. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, etc. I am taking. Print of what, ma? L1 comma sys dot get size of L1 you say. Sys dot get size of L1 you say. See the memory space. What is the memory space? 184. Last, are you following? 184. You convert into what? NP dot what? Array of L1. Of L1. Say what now? Printer. A comma what? Sys dot of what? A. See the memory space now. What is the memory space? 168. Come to the conclusion now. List data type is meant for small data organization. Small data, 2 values you have seen. When I take 2 values, who has taken more memory space? ND array. When I take more than 3 values onwards, what is taking memory space of L1 and ND array? L1 is taking more and ND array is taking less. Now you go on storing thousands of values in L1. Measure the memory space. Measure the memory space for same conversion of L1 into where? ND array. Who will take less memory space? ND array will take less memory space. For what data? For a large sampling of data, which is better? ND array is better. For small samplings, go for what? List. Small. They will ask you a question. For small sampling means what? How many count? Don't say 2, 3, 4. Take your laptop, open your laptop, explain in interview with coding. So they will impress. Don't tell like outside people. ND array object always takes less memory space. That is a blunder. Are you seen clearly or not? For large samplings, you tell the example. More than 10 you take it. You say more than 10 elements in list you take it. Measure the memory space. Convert that list into what? ND array object. Measure the space. Definitely ND array will take what? Less memory space compared to what? List. You take 2 elements in a list, convert into what? ND array, measure the space. Definitely it will take ND array only take more memory space than what? List. Don't tell by rule ND array will take less memory space. That is not correct. Are you understanding? Tell me. I want to store population of India. Which is a better choice to store? ND array. ND array is going to be required. I hope you are following my conclusion. ND array object is required for storing large amount of data. Are you able to follow? So here I am going to say that list is meant for storing what data? Small samples of data. ND array is meant for storing what? Large amount of data. So data science is going to contain large samplings of data. Such a large samplings, they will not store it in where? Come on, list. Where they will store it in? ND array. Did you understand what is ND array? First of all, to understand what is ND array, please answer once. ND array is used for what purpose? To store large samplings of data. It is not required to store what? Small sampling. Small sampling means go for where? List. Large samplings go for where? ND array. Did you understand? So, Naresh, that's what I am saying, my dear student. For small function, you are celebrating 10th birthday. Will you celebrate in big hotel? Come on. No, you are celebrating first birthday. Where are you celebrating? In function hall. That means situation is required. For small sampling of for small gathering, home is enough. For big gathering, you cannot provide that many facilities. Go for what? Higher end you expected. For large samplings of data, which is the better? Yes. Now, go to what? For small samplings, go for what? And a small means they will ask you how many numbers on it. Don't tell 2, 3, 4 like that. You take more than 10, for example. They will ask you 2, 3, 4. You open your laptop, show immediately. Even the interviewer also don't know. You tell me 4 or 5, etc. If you say 4, open the laptop and show him, immediately will be wrong. For large samplings of data, more than 10 you say. For example, you say, and then say the example. This is my advice. Don't tell like everybody. ND array object will take less memory space. List will take more memory space. That is wrong. I am showing practically now. You have to follow me. So now I'll move to the further. What is the first example? Why I am not going for list now? For large sampling of data, I will not go to where? List. I'll go for what? ND array of which module? NumPy module. Did you understand what is ND array, students? Okay. Now I am going to introduce L1 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay. Now print the data. Now one beautiful example I am going to show you. Beautiful internal point. You know, students, this is the data and this is the data LST, L1. So far, you have taken 10, 20, 30, 40. Like that, we are taking 80. This is my data. 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to so many values will be taken n minus 1 or not. Now, these are all called what? Indices, which is overall containing one address or not? One address is there. X, 1, 2, 3. Do you know, students? The values which are present in list, we feel that all of them are available at one place. That means we are feeling that all of them are available at one address only. Do you know? This is one address only. This is called one address only. But the values of list also internally containing what? Addresses. Each value will contain what? Address. The values of list are not available at consecutive addresses. They are available. In one corner, one value is available. Another corner, one value is available. Like the values of list are scattered in different places, different values in the main memory of the computer. In different locations, my ND array object is available. But all of them are presented where? Similar type of address called 123 address only. But the values which are present in the main memory are available in different addresses. Are you able to follow? Now, how do you print it now? How do you print it now? Print these values now. For, come on fast now. Come on, for value in where? L1. Follow me carefully. Print of val comma ID of val. ID of val. You see val. ID of val. You see, students, 10 is available at which address? 6304. You see 20 not available immediately. They are available in different type of addresses internally. What it indicates? Elements of list are scattered. Getting my point? Now, coming to the same mechanism, to ND array you come. A is equal to NP dot what? NP dot what? Array of what? L1. L1. Now you print A, comma what? Type of A. Already you have seen it, students. Now how do you print the data? Tell me, students. For value in A. For value in A. See, students. Val print of val comma type of val. Type of val. Type of, yeah, ID of what? Val. Now see, students, that is nothing but you are there. For example, coming to my class, you are there as a part of KVR class. What is happening? You are there in one place, another place. Are you all of them are there at one address? Are you all of them are there in one hostel? No, you are scattered in different places in the city. This is called what? List organization. But when you come to ND array organization, they are nothing but something like what? You are staying in the single hostel. All of them are coming at the same time. Single hostel, all of them are present. Single hostel means easy to process, easy to reach you or difficult to reach you. Easy to process, or they are going to be clustered. Some values are available in one place, some values are available adjacent to that. Now see that now. Values are available at the same address or addresses are clustered. See, my dear student, how simple they are. Observe it. 10, 30, 50, 70. You observe it. 7936, 7936, 7936, 7936. 20 and these values you observe it. These values you observe it. They are available where? Sign 7904, 7904. Are they clustered now? Clustered means what? Some values are available at one group. Some more values are available at one group. Are they going to be easy to process or difficult to process? Which elements are easy to process? ND array object elements are easy to process. List objects are difficult to process because I have to process 10. I have to go to 20. At different addresses they are present. It will take a lot of time to go from one address to another address. That is really complex to process, takes more time. What about this? Easy to process or difficult to process? Boys are staying in one hostel, girls are staying adjacent hostel. They're easy to process for me. So what is the next difference? ND array objects are what? Taking less time to extract the data, less time to process the data, because addresses are what? Clustered. Clustering means some values are available at one cluster, some more values are available into adjacent cluster. Getting a list elements are available in random addresses. They are difficult to process. Shall I move forward? What is the first difference? List-based applications for organizing sampling of large values of sample takes what memory space? More memory space. But ND array object will take less memory space for large samplings. Getting my point? And list data is difficult to process because list values are available at different addresses. NumPy array elements are available at where? Same type of addresses, and addresses are clustered. Some values are available at one address, some more values are available at two address, another extra address. But a group of values can process at a time around because we are saying at the same address. That is called a one difference. Next part I am going to continue. Another part I am going to continue. Take one L1. Here I am writing 10, 20, 30 students. Print of what here? L1 comma type of L1. See my dear students. This is my L1. L1 is equal to L1 plus 1. What is the intention of that statement? Observe everybody. L1 is equal to L1 plus 1. What is L1 is equal to L1 plus 1? Ma? Incrementing every value of list by 1 or not? Incrementing every value of list by 1. That is called, in physics term, mathematical term, vector-based operations are not permitted. Vector-based operations means what? If I have a number of values, if I want to increment some value to that, I will go for what? Vector-based operation. What is meant by vector-based operation? If I have 3 values, for each value I want to increment 1. So that object whoever is pointing plus 1, if I write, it is called what? Vector-based operation we can call. But today what I am saying, such vector-based operation not possible to perform on where? List. Not possible to perform on list. Error will come. Error will come. List plus list is merged. List plus list is merged. But what I am talking, L1 plus 1. A numerical value cannot be merged with what? A list. So which operations are not possible to perform? List values are not possible to merge, not possible to perform operations. List values are not performing vector-based operation. Now convert it. A is equal to np dot array of L1. Print A. It is printed or not? Print this way also. A comma type of A, you print it. You see, A is equal to what you will say? A plus 1. You print A once again. A comma type of A. It is permitted. It is incrementing 11, 21, 31. Are you following? If you say these differences now, they will say you are real king in that. You ask any data science student, why should I go for NumPy module? You ask, what is ND array? You ask, they don't know anything. What is ND array? Predefined class, whose object allows us to store one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data, n-dimensional data. I will come to that point. What are the advantages of ND array compared to traditional list? List takes more memory space for large samplings of data, whereas ND array will take less memory space for large samplings of data. Second one, ND array list-based values are scattered in the memory. It takes more time to retrieve the data, more time to process the data because addresses are different in different locations. Because ND array objects values are clustered. Some means some group of values available in one place, some more group of values are available in some other place. Right. Easy or difficult? Easy to process. And list never allows what? Vector-based operation. Who will permit? ND array will permit. Shall I go next? Now, online students, are you comfortable students? Guys in the online, students in the online, right? So, Coming to the point of it. Shahid, you're asking. You use the term sampling. What is that? Okay. Sampling means I'll select a number of students from my class. It's called what? Collection of samples. Collection of samples. I'll go to the nursery. I'll take some collection of flowers. Collection of plants I will select. Collection of plants are called sampling. Selecting the values from a group of elements is called what? Sampling. I'll go to one college. I will take some collection of students who are qualified in my test. Are you following me? Yes. So, Rahul, you are always dealing with Java, AWT. AWT was the concept which is outdated 15 years back. 15-20 years back, this was already outdated. So you are almost living in 1999, I hope so. So AWT, Swing, these are all called outdated in 15 years. Even anything is available like that in Python, that was already outdated in that. AWT, very long back, you might be heard about it. I already seen your doubt and you are putting the same doubt again and again. I already looked into your doubt. You asked about 15-20 minutes back. I did not answer it because it is not required in my class. And you are always asking Java related abstract windowing toolkit. It is a 1947 grandfather concept that is. And if you go and say, I know AWT, take me means please go and fight in 1947, they'll say. Rahul, I hope you are getting my point. I already seen your doubt. I am keeping the chart window in front of everybody and everybody should read that. Everybody should read. I can minimize the chart window like this, but I'm keeping open. Why? Everything what is happening in online also, I should know that. Rahul, are you okay? So you ask one person, any person who is working in Java level, gully level company also will not use. Are we using AWT? We cannot use it. Swing, we cannot use it. Because why? Why we cannot use? AWT is called one GUI program. If I speak now, it's my time waste. Button is there, button. For example, button. To create a button in Java, I have tried some 25 lines of code. Right? If I go to HTML, in web-based applications, I'll use what? HTML. What is that? Input type is equal to submit button. Submit. Value is equal to save. Value is equal to save. Okay, one line I am getting a button. Are you getting? So which one is requiring in the industry? HTML components are useful, not language components. Right? And don't feel that, Rahul, I'm saying that straightforward 1947 because you are asking the same thing again and again. Once if I did not respond to that, means you don't think that sir did not see. Sir will observe everything. And I'm very much keen of observation. Every student must be comfortable. Are you following? Right. So yesterday I went to one function, my specs are broken. So because it's fall down and somebody put the leg on that. And I gave for that for new specs. So he gave that person gave some more specs which is suitable to my things, and it's nothing happening. It's not that much suitable for me. So I hope you are following me. Are you following, students? Yes. But I want to create application using Python. What we use, sir? I'm saying that only. If you want to use it, you use Django level web-based applications only we use it. Python coding is used in data science. Python coding is used in web application. Web application you want to design, go for what? HTML components, Bootstrap components. Are you following, Rahul? Are you following, Rahul, now? Now I'll go for what? End array. Shall I continue now? Now, go to the next point of it. Now, L1, L2, etc. End array got it. Now I am entering into one more. See, students, L1 is equal to, observe it more, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90. Next is called what? 90 and 15 and 25. And next is called what? Some 35. How many elements are there? Come on, come on. How many elements are there? 11 or 12? 12 elements are there. 12 elements are there. Now these 12 elements are there now. This is like this. I want to put these elements into matrix format. Matrix format. 12 elements means how many, what possibilities of matrices I can prepare? 3 into 4, 3 rows, 4 columns, 4 rows into 3 columns, 6 into 2, 2 into 6. These are the combination of matrices I can prepare. I can also prepare, this is called what? Row and columns. This is called a 2-dimension. 3-dimension I want to go for. What is the 3-dimension? 2, 3, 2. Product. First of all, idea on the 10th class mathematics, 8th class mathematics. What is this 3 into 2? 6. 6 into 2. What is the first one? Number of matrices. Number of matrices. Each matrix will contain rows and what? Columns. Data science important. Number of matrices, how many? 2. Each matrix will contain what? 3 rows and then what? 2 columns. This is called what? 3D. 3D. What is 3D contains? Number of matrices, rows in that matrices, columns in that matrices. Such a type of shaping mechanism is not there in where? L1. List traditional Python objects does not contain reshaping mechanism. Reshaping mechanism is not there in where? Traditional Python objects does not provide what? Reshaping mechanism. Who will provide reshaping mechanism? ND array will provide. See students, A is equal to NP dot what? Array of L1. Print of what here? A comma type of A. Type of A. Am I getting the data or not? Are you getting or not? Now I want to use it. How do you write it now? Now I am writing. See, A dot reshape. What is A? First of all, what is A? ND array object. A is a ND array object. In that object, there is a function is available. Instance method is available. Instance method. What is that? Reshape. Reshape of. What is the reshape? Function. Present in which object? ND array. S dot read student. Read STUD values. E dot read EMP values. What is that? Object name dot function name. It is called what? Instance method of what I am going to say. 4, 3. See the value now. 4, 3. What is coming? 4 rows, 3 columns. Where is the reshaping mechanism is available? ND array. Can I reshape that? Do you have such function in our list? Our list contains 12 functions are there. Only 12 functions are there. The 12 functions are not containing reshaping mechanism. Go sorry. A dot reshape of 3, 4. You see that 3, 4. A dot reshape of 6, 2. 6, 2. 6 rows and 2 columns. A dot reshape of what? 6, 2. 6, 2. 2, 6. 2, 6 I will take it. 2, 6 I will take it. Now I am taking 2, 6. Are you able to follow? 2 rows and what? Yes. A dot reshape of, I am saying 3, or 2, 3, 2. 3, 2. What is this is happening? See that 2 matrices, each one contains what? 3 rows and 2 columns. You can also say A dot reshape of what? 3, 2, 2. A, 3, 2. 3 matrices, each one contains 2 rows and 2 columns. Where the reshaping mechanism is available? ND array. Who will not contain? List. Are you following me? Right. Next I am going to take up. See students. L1 is equal to, now the most important point. Array means which type? Array means which type? Which type? Similar type. But I am taking different type. You watch it now. 34.56. And next is called what? True I am taking. 2 plus 3j I am taking. This is called what? L1. Type of what? L1. Now I am going to write like this. So Coming to the point of it, Shahid, how many functions we need to remember for NumPy? If you become a doctor, how many medicines you need to remember? It's not like that. You see, it's not a question. Depends on my application. You have to remember that many applications. If you want to become too much famous, you remember more and more. If you want to become too much famous, you remember more and more. If I go to data science, we will tell lot of functions. Yes, some faculty will not tell any functions. It depends on the faculty, how do you remember. Suppose, for example, I said so many functions for you. Modules are also so many I said. Will you remember all of them? No, you will forget. You will not remember, but I remember so many. It depends on how you work hard. Shahid, I hope I reached your doubt. Coming to the point of it, we cannot say that to become a doctor in your field only this many. No, things are going on upgrading. You need to go for it. Now I'm going to convert into what? NP dot. Come on now. Array of what? L1. Now you see, careful students, one important point is going to come. Type of A. Now you see, all these values which are available, different type. Is it possible to convert into ND array or not? Yes, possible. Do you know internally what is happening? Actually, people will say not possible to convert because array means what? Homogeneous values we say. But what is happening? All these values of traditional object is internally converted into the highest data type in that values. Which is the highest data type? This is an integer. This is called what? str, float, a Boolean, complex. Which is the highest data type and where it is possible everything to convert into which type? str type. Internally, all these values are converted into NumPy in the form of str. That's why, my dear student, you observe it ma. What is this 10 within the double quotes? Rosum within the double quotes. Every value within the double quotes only. That means internally, even though you are organizing different values, they are converted into the higher type or not. Which type that is? str type. But your intention is, sir, I don't want to convert these values into str, sir. I want to treat the values as it is, sir. Is there any mechanism, sir? Yes, I am going to say. That is the first time I am saying to you students, comma, D type is equal to, first time I am using one keyword argument that I'll explain in tomorrow class. In detail, today I am giving only introduction students. D type, array, all those things you don't worry. Today I am writing one type over there. Some question I am writing, some question mark. What I will write over there, sir? Here students, what I am writing, see, even though I put different values, they are treated as which type internally? str type. But I don't want to treat it as str type. Whatever I entered, it has to treat as it is only. Int means int, float means float, bool means bool only. As it is, they must treat. To do the treatment of as it is, I need to go for a OOPS level 1 concept. What is the superclass for all the classes in Python? Object. That I will write here. What is the meaning? First one is which type? Int. What is int in Python? Class. What is the superclass for int? Object. Next, row sum is which type? str. Who is the superclass for str? For all the objects, classes are there. For those classes, superclass is internally. I am telling to NumPy module, NumPy environment, treat all of them as which type? Object type. Super type of every type. Now you print the same type here. Now see that everything is treated as it is only. Are you getting my point? A dot D type, you say, what is printed? O. Print of A dot D type. You don't worry, students, what I am showing here. What is the type? Object type. What is the object type? Did you understand this meaning now? What is object type? In NumPy, object type is what is that object? Super type of all the types. Getting or not getting a? And moreover, list is similarities. These are the differences. Reshaping is possible and all. Even though if I organize different elements, they are internally treated as which type? Object type. And ND array object is what? Print A once. It is a mutable. A of 0, as usual you say, is equal to 100. You see, print A. It is a mutable, changeable or not? Yes, it can organize similar type and different type. Now I am going to show some small description for you students. Some small description I am going to show you students. And please follow me. Now I am going to say introduction to NumPy. A small description I am going to show. Please follow me carefully. Introduction to NumPy. NumPy stands for what? Full form. NumPy is one of the predefined third-party module or library. NumPy module is not a predefined module in which language? Syntax for installing any module. Pip install module name. Install NumPy module. How? Pip install NumPy. To use NumPy as a part of our program, we must import which module? NumPy module. A NumPy module is a collection of variables, functions, and classes. History of Python, small history. NumPy was developed by studying the existing module called a numeric library. Origin for development of NumPy module. The numeric library was developed by Jim Hungunian. The numeric library was not able to solve complex mathematical calculations. NumPy module developed by Travis Oliphant for solving complex mathematical calculations and array organization. NumPy module released in the year 2005, and nobody will ask this years and all. This NumPy module is developed in which language? C language for higher accuracy and Python language for comfortability. Did you follow? Next, I'll go for advantages of using NumPy. Advantages of using NumPy. Carefully follow. Need of NumPy. Start with the revolution of data science. Data analysis libraries like NumPy, SciPy, Scikit, Pandas, etc. have seen a lot of growth with much easier syntaxes than other programming languages. Python is the first choice language for the data scientist. NumPy provides a convenient and efficient way to handle vast amount of data. NumPy is also very convenient with matrix operations for data reshaping. Reshaping is possible with lista? No. Reshaping is done with what? NumArray. NumPy is a fast, which makes it reasonable to work with large sets of data. How reasonable work fast? Because addresses are clustered. Easy. Advantages of NumPy programming. With NumPy programming, we can deal with arrays like 1D, 2D, multi-dimensional. You have seen 1D, 2D, multi-dimensional? Reshaping. We'll explain in detail for you students. NumPy maintains minimal memory for what? Large sets of data. NumPy provides fast in performing operations because internally its data is available at same address. NumPy performs array-oriented computing. It is efficient to implement multi-dimensional arrays. Is it possible to reshape with 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional with lista? No, it is easy with what? NumPy. It performs scientific computations. When you go to SciPy kind of thing, NumPy is most important there. That's why NumPy is mandatory for SciPy, Scikit kind of, Pandas kind of thing. It is capable of performing reshaping the data stored in and multi-dimensional arrays. 2 to 3-dimensional, 3-dimensional to 4-dimensional you can provide. NumPy provides many inbuilt functions for various mathematical calculations such as statistical, financial, trigonometric operations also you can perform. This is the advantage of NumPy programming. What we have seen it, and most of the points are available here. Now I'm going to say some small thing here. Similarities, NumPy, some small traditional differences between something I want to show you. Please look at that carefully, students, all of you. Now I'm saying similarities of Python traditional list and NumPy. Similarities first you see. An object of list used to store multiple values of same type, different type, both the types, unique and duplicate in single object. In NumPy programming, data organized in the object of NdArray. You know that already, which is one of the predefined class in NumPy module. Hence, an object of NdArray can store same type, different type, both the types in single object. The objects of NdArray list are mutable. Changes can take place. List is already mutable, you know, and NdArray also what? Mutable. Differences. This is an important. An object of list contains both heterogeneous and homogeneous values. Whereas an object of ND array can store only similar type of values in the bracket. Even we store different values. Internally, they are treated as similar type by treating all the values as which type? Object type. You have seen it. Next. An object of list, we can't perform vector-based operation. Whereas on the object of ND array, we can perform vector-based operations. In the large sampling of data, list-based applications takes more memory space, whereas ND array object takes less memory space. List-based operations are not efficient because the list object values takes more time to extract or retrieve because they are available where different addresses. Whereas NumPy-based applications are efficient because the ND array object values takes less time to extract or retrieve because they are available at same address or clustered. List object can't perform mathematical operations, can't perform, whereas an object of ND array performs complex mathematical operations that we are going to show you. These are the differences. What are the advantages with NumPy? This only introduction part why NumPy is. Did you understand? These are mandatory questions in interview point of view. You must take care about this carefully. Students in the online, today I did not talk about any programmatic issues, but to tell you that some type of reshape and all, I'll explain in detail in the next class. And tomorrow class, what I'm discussing, ND array in detail, I will explain. ND array objects and all those things I'll discuss. Okay, now? So now time is 8:53. It takes some more time. And tomorrow class, I'll go for what? Continuation part of our session, right? Don't miss it. So students in the online, we are going to talk about tomorrow class, ND array object creation, I will explain. Okay, take care. All the best. Yes, sir. Basant Kumar, yesterday only I told you, my dear student, abstract classes, interfaces topics are not there, I told. Again, you are asking the same thing. Basant Kumar, yesterday only I spent on that, and it is not a Java. Java subject is different. Basant Kumar, I already told you, I hope so. You are remembering it. Okay. Matrix addition. One minute. Online students, Ashwin Patil. Ashwin Patil.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, Ashwin.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, are you teaching data science here?
Right now, I don't have any batches, ma. I am busy with Python classes now. When it starts, you can, I will intimate in the class.
Okay. And for this, another doubt is means for the perfect software engineer, do we need to know data science?
It is highly recommended for you people to know that.
Okay, sir. So we should enroll for such classes.
Yes, for you attend for all the data science classes and then check it once and see the good programming must be taught.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay, students, any more doubts? Okay, students, take care. And then tomorrow class, don't miss it. Very, very important session tomorrow. Right.